Hey guys, what's going on? I just want you to know that today at 5:30 Central Time, our You Need a Candles launch is our biggest one yet. Everything you're about to see is handmade in my house from scratch. We have the Jaws candle to celebrate the 50th anniversary. Smells like a lovely blueberry. We have Summerween candles that are watermelon scented. And, of course, with it being Return of the Living Dead Day, we have our 245 trioxin candle, which has this amazing earthy scent with a coffin on top. And then, of course, for the wax melt fans, we have our Jaws 2 big jumbo wax melt in the shape of seashells. 5:30 Central Time today. Link in bio and in the pinned comment. Happy Return of a Living Dead Day, everybody. I want to just go through my collection because I have some really random stuff that I want you guys to see. Some viewers were not around when I did some of these. I have some homebrews, some upscales, some 35mm print, 4K Blu-rays, some pretty cool stuff. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready to show it to you guys. And I have them all scattered and jumbled around, so the order is all different. So let's get started. The first one is right here, guys. The original Return of the Living Dead MGM DVD. Now, what's so special about this is, from what I read, fans basically started petitions to get this DVD done, and Dan O'Bannon came in to help. Now, you see how there's a border around all this? You can see it around the hair and everything. This is supposed to glow in the dark. The problem is it's so old it doesn't do it so well. But shine a super bright light on this and then go into a pitch black room, and you'd be surprised that it still works a little bit. But this is the classic DVD for Return of the Living Dead Part 1. Back when the DVDs had full screen and widescreen sides, there's actually special features on here that were still carried over to the new releases, but this is a classic. I love the original Return of the Living Dead DVD. Get this one, collector's item, and like I said, it does glow in the dark. I didn't even know about that, but pretty cool. Next up, guys, of course, we've got to talk about this. The DVD you need to have because of the soundtrack. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Now, why do you need to have this DVD? Now, I did a video that amassed over 80,000 views, which is insane for this channel. But on that video, I talked about there is not a lawsuit. What happened was Ken Wiederhorn took the score that was originally done for the movie, put it into the film, sent it to Laura Marr, and they all agreed they needed to redo it. When Warner Brothers put this DVD out, they accidentally used the original print of the film with the soundtrack that was booted. There is no lawsuit. That's what makes this so unique. Eventually, this is going to go out of print. Don't let it go out of print because I'm not saying it's going to be worth anything, but this is still a little bit of horror history nonetheless. And I love this film. I am the biggest Return of the Living Dead 2 fan, as you can see. I'm sporting Part 2 today. Such a rewatchable, fun movie. As a matter of fact, when I get done with this video before bed, I'm watching this DVD. Yeah, get your hands on this. I'm telling you, just get your hands on this. Very, very nice. Next up, guys, Return of a Living Dead Necropolis. Now, my favorite videos I've ever done were my documentary videos on this film and Rave to the Grave. Now, this is one that came from a national video. The book, More Brains... actually, The Complete History of the Return of the Living Dead is the name of the actual book. More Brains is the documentary. The book is fascinating, and it gave me all the insight about these. The long and short of it is these two movies were made with the budget of one modestly budgeted horror film. They were split into two. They had to film them overseas, and the script for this movie, especially Necropolis, was written by William Butler, old Billy Butler, and was supposed to be the budget and the size of the movie that Resident Evil was, in a roundabout way. There's more to the story than that, but that's basically part of it. I can't hate these films. I'm not saying they're good, but I refuse to hate them. And as a matter of fact, this one is a Blockbuster copy, as you can see. It got the Blockbuster logo. This one I like better. Rave to the Grave is actually fun. We have this Return of Tarman in this one, and there's actually nudity, which is odd because this was on the Sci-Fi Channel. But, you know, I think... Go watch those videos I did. Just type in Planet CHH, Rave to the Grave, and Necropolis. Watch the making of videos I did on these. It's my favorite videos I've ever done. So, I refuse to acknowledge that there's only 3 Return of the Living Dead films. There are, in fact, 4, maybe 5. Stay tuned. That's right, you heard me. And I'm not talking about the remake. Here's something unique, guys. This is a theatrical cut reconstruction custom Blu-ray for Return of the Living Dead. Pretty cool, huh? Now, this has the original soundtrack with The Damned in it, which is basically what that means by a reconstruction. This is a fan edition BD50 Blu-ray, restored original soundtrack, Orion logo intro, and end credits. It's a 185/1 2K scan of the interpositive 35mm film. Audio, it's got the Laserdisc mono. It's got trailers, TV spots, and a 35mm open matte 2K film scan. So pretty cool. Now, how do you get this? Probably on Etsy. I have a buddy that has a friend that does this sort of stuff, and he gifts these to me because, you know, it's kind of a slippery slope where you're selling stuff like this because you don't own the movie. You don't really have the right to. So, but giving them away is kind of how you get away from that sort of stuff. But you could find that stuff on Etsy. Speaking of homebrews, you guys are going to like this. Necropolis Blu-ray. Now, look how official that looks. It's kind of impressive, isn't it? Look at that. Now, here's the thing. This actually doesn't look too bad. Neither does this. Both of these actually look pretty good. Now, you're probably wondering, Christian, how do these look pretty good? Well, the way it was explained to me was these homebrews were taken from the television premieres. And those television premieres were in semi-high definition, I think 1080i or 720p. And they were able to get those television broadcasts and put them on Blu-rays. This one is in full 1080p, and I gotta be honest, it actually looks really good. Like, it really does look good. It's kind of impressive how good it looks. Now, this one right here is the 720p, and it still looks better than the DVD that I have. Again, this is the more fun film, Rave to the Grave. It actually has a great Tarman scene. I'm not saying Tarman is as good, but watch these movies if you haven't seen them. Watch my videos on those. I'll link those down below, or I'll try to remember to. Now, this is a cool one. This is a Blu-ray that I just remember finding, and I thought maybe this was one that had like those little lenticular peel-off things, but no, this is the case that it came in. I guess it was some sort of anniversary edition or something, but look at the artwork on that. The Return of the Living Dead, Retour des Mortis Vivants. I guess this is a French-Canadian release or something. Pretty cool, though. Now, this is essentially that green special edition release that came out from Return of the Living Dead, as you can see. It's got... Somebody can have that code if they want it. It's got that green Blu-ray disc. Good special features on here. But I like that art. They make Tarman basically like a kaiju monster. Look at that. Pretty cool. Next up, guys, the 6th Return of the Living Dead film. Kind of. Return of the Living Dead Virus Bloodbath. Now, I did a whole video on this. I hope you guys checked it out. I did the full story on this. I talked to the director of this film. We covered everything. This was a really fun video. And the story was fascinating. Now, the movie was called Bombshell Bloodbath, but in Germany, they put this movie out on DVD, and somebody has the rights to be able to call it Return of the Living Dead Virus Bloodbath, but they did. Now, the director is a big Lucio Fulci fan, and you'll see that big time when you watch this. But I do like this film. It was a modest zombie film that had some really gross zombie scenes that were very Fulci-esque, and I credit the director. He's in my video. I got an audio recording from him, and he says if they ever put this movie out on high definition from like TerraVision or anybody, I will be able to conduct the interviews. He said I would be able to do that, and I'll be on the release with him. So check that video out I did on that. Memory lane. Yeah, guys, this is it. The Scream Factory Blu-ray. That artwork is perfect. This is probably one of the best releases of all time from Scream Factory. Back when they did amazing artworks instead of using the theatrical. Now I miss this as opposed to the theatrical, using the theatrical one-sheets. Now I miss this. You know, what can I say? This was amazing. Wow. Special features were insane on this. Just a beautiful release. I love this release so much. God, good stuff. Mortal Zombie. The Mexican Return of the Living Dead 3 release. This thing is gorgeous. Let me pull this out for you guys to see. Now, I did a full video review on this as well. It looks really cool. There's nothing you're missing in America on these discs. Basically, you got the movie on Blu-ray, DVD, and special features. But there is a cool booklet. I'll flip through some pages. A lot of it's just writing, but, like, there is some cool stuff in here. So, now, that's the cool thing about being region-free, is getting some releases from around the world, where movies that you may love that aren't as super prominent will get love from different companies around the world, which makes stuff like this special. Okay, I gotta fix that later. But anyway, yeah, that is a great release. That is cost me like $65 at the time, which is probably cheap for what it goes for now. But I got it on eBay a couple years ago. This is a 35mm Blu-ray print of the original version of Return of the Living Dead. I just got this from the good folks at Eye Reproductions. This is something I'm going to be planning on watching this weekend. This is the original out-of-print... it's not out-of-print, this is the original version of the film. I'm very excited to watch this, to check the quality. This 35mm print thing's starting to really gain traction with people taking 35mm prints and making Blu-rays and stuff out of them. And the picture quality is getting pretty impressive on them. I have some Star Wars ones that look really good. Now, I did a video called Scream Factory's Best Blu-ray, and I damn well meant it. Their Return of the Living Dead 2 Blu-ray. This one is fantastic. Now, this is a custom VHS slip from the good folks at Custom VHS Slips on Instagram. The Scream Factory Blue. Look how good that looks. This is one of the best Blu-ray Scream Factory did. It looks phenomenal. It does. It just looks absolutely phenomenal. The special features are perfect. They cover every single thing. And the special features of this were vital for me to be able to make that Horror's Most Mysterious DVD video, which did really well for me, like I said. Next up, guys, the ever-classic Return of the Living Dead 4K. A fantastic-looking 4K. I was surprised when this came out because the Blu-ray was out of print for a while. But this is it. I mean, 3 discs. It's got everything you need on it. It's pretty perfect. You know, most of us are pretty familiar with that. And then they put the movie out on Steelbook. This is the most recent one, which I do think looks really great. It actually opens up and makes a picture. This is an Amazon exclusive, which is starting to become a thing. Actually, I think this is a Walmart exclusive. I can't remember. Maybe it's Amazon. I think it's Amazon. But I just did a video on this one not too long ago. Here's another VHS Slip custom slip for a Steelbook. Now, this was the Walmart one. I like this one a lot. With Tarman busting out the, you know. And these slips are cool. Look at that. They mimic a VHS. Whoa. Make sure I'm still recording. The Property Department of the Army do not open. I don't know if this one makes a picture. Kind of, sort of. But, yeah, I agree that the newest one's a little bit cooler, but I love the green one. And I love having this over it to protect it, because I'm a mess. But that's my collection of high-definition DVD, Blu-ray, and customs for Return of the Living Dead, guys. Let me know which one you're watching today. I'm going to watch the original, Return of the Living Dead, of course, but tonight I'm watching Part 2, which is the second when I'm recording this. It's my favorite movie. Please let me know what your favorites are and give me your thoughts down below. God bless you guys. Happy Return of the Living Dead Day. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.